It's your girl Tiffany, Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, High Priestess, aka the light that shines like a diamond, also known as your modern day nun, one whom isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on tonight. If you would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. This is going to be a general reading for the overall collective of any zodiac sign. So please take the messages that apply, leave the ones that do not. And without any further ado, we are going to get on to tonight's reading, okay? So, I already pre-shuffled my first deck, which is my crime mystery deck, okay? Which is what you see already laid out here, okay? So we're gonna see what goes on in this crime mystery, okay? First of all, I will say that their money definitely played a big role in what happened in this situation. Money is most definitely involved. I feel like persons, okay, because I feel like multiple people are involved. I feel like individuals were paid to commit some type of crime, okay? But whatever this crime is, Spirit is saying that it was caught on camera, okay? I feel like some type of surveillance could provide some important clues in this crime, okay? There was definitely some type of strange phenomenon that occurred, okay? That happened, okay? This crime could have taken place in a cemetery, somewhere strange like that. I also feel like this crime could have taken place at nighttime, okay? Like I said, there were multiple people who were involved in this crime, okay? And this group of individuals, okay, I feel like 4 persons or more were involved in this crime, okay, who are paid to commit a specific crime, okay? They thought in darkness and in a odd place that you know, the crime would have been covered by darkness or something like that, okay? But there's actually some type of something was caught on camera, okay? And this group actually has a history of committing crimes, okay? There was most definitely illegal activities that took place in this crime here. But this crime was definitely money motivated, period, okay? This group of individuals were paid to commit this crime. It just so happens that on the night that they decided to commit this crime in a specific area, that they may not have been aware that there was some type of surveillance, okay? Or either somebody within the group had some type of surveillance on them. So surveillance could have been in the area or specifically on someone, or someone could have been at a distance recording or something like that, okay? But there was some type of strange phenomenon that occurred here, okay? So with the 9 of Wands here, I do feel like that this group was paid to purposely hurt someone, whether it be beat up someone, fight someone, intentionally kill someone. And this being here under surveillance cameras may provide important clues. I feel like somebody could have purposely recorded this, actually, okay? Someone recorded this crime on purpose, okay, as some type of souvenir for someone, to show proof to someone who they were doing the job for, or whatever, arrogantly in some type of way. Okay, this group was hostile towards another person. Okay, this group was knew exactly what they were doing, what they were paid to do. Okay, and this was recorded on purpose. Okay, either for the purposes of themselves, or either for proof to whomever that they were paid to do this crime for. Okay, with the Eight of Coins here, I feel like the Eight of Coins sits here under strange phenomenon involved here. Okay, and with a strange phenomenon, it just kind of means that something strange took place. Okay, or where something strange happened, or well, where this crime took place, it happened in a strange or odd area where people wouldn't be after a certain time of day, basically. Okay, the Eight of Coins, though, it speaks to more than one thing. Okay, so we already know that these individuals were paid to commit this crime here. Okay, so the Eight of Coins talks about the money that this group of individuals made for doing this crime, but it also can say that this could have happened at a job site, maybe. I do feel like that the person who was we have the Knight of Wands here, first of all, guys. The Knight of Wands is going to be a younger fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. The Knight of Wands sits here under multiple people were involved in the crime here. Okay, so this Knight of Wands, okay, this knight is going to be anywhere from 18 years old to their late 20s to early 30s. Okay, um, this Knight of Wands could be the victim, or could be a part of the group of individuals who were involved with committing a crime. I do feel like since we started off with one, since we started off with the Nine of Wands, okay, this Nine of Wands could be very well be the victim here. Okay, we have the Emperor here that sits under killer, has a history of committing crimes here. um so there's definitely somebody in power, somebody in authority, somebody who's a father or a father figure, someone very grounded, stable, secure. Okay, who has a history of committing crimes, actually paid this group of other individuals. Is a person who paid this group of other individuals to attack this person here. Okay, we have the Five of Swords that sits under illegal activities played a role. Okay, now the Five of Swords talk about fights, specifically fights. Okay, but it also can speak to fussing, cussing, arguments, disagreements that you may have with someone. I feel like this group was paid to fight someone. Okay, this could have been like some type of illegal street fighting going on, and this group was paid to kill this victim while fighting them. Okay, or this group was just paid to fight this victim. Okay, and severely hurt them and kill them. Okay. Hold on just a minute, guys. We had some cards that fell. Okay, guys. So we have the Eight of Wands here, guys. I was thinking for a second. Sorry for the blank pause, okay? We have the Eight of Wands here that sits under the Nine of Wands, okay? A fire sign was definitely involved. I feel like this fire sign here, it may have just came out as the Knight because this person is a little childish or something, or acts younger than what they are. This person could actually be older, okay, from what I'm seeing here, okay. But with the Eight of Wands sitting here under the Nine of Wands, this lets me know that there was some type of messages that was going back and forth pertaining to this situation that happened. Somebody purposely recorded this, okay, or and sent it to someone as this was happening. Somebody was literally paid to record themselves attacking someone, okay. This is something that happened in the past where this group of individuals who was involved in this was paid to do this, okay. We also have a Queen of Pentacles here, okay. So there was a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, and a earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, who was amongst the multiple people who were involved in this crime, actually, okay. I'm looking at this differently now, guys, okay, because I feel like this, like I said, multiple people were involved in this crime. With two people here on this area already, I know this fire sign and this earth sign were involved with this crime against someone else, okay? There could have been some type of jealousy, some type of envy. Yeah, this fire sign is actually a Queen. This is another feminine. A feminine fire sign and a feminine earth sign. Were involved with setting someone up. And this Emperor here, somebody's father made this judgment, made this decision here, okay? This father actually has a history of committing crimes themselves, okay? This father could have been the one involved with setting this up, setting this person up. This could be a father setting up his own damn child for this situation to happen. Yeah, we have the Nine of Swords here that sits under the Five of Swords here. So after this fight that took place, there was some type of mental conflict. The individuals involved had mental conflict over the situation here, okay? Maybe they felt stressed out by the situation, depressed by the situation. They were being haunted and taunted by the situation, knowing that they were the ones who went along with this, who set this up. Okay? This was done to someone, this is done to a star, okay? Or someone who I feel like, someone who shines bright like a star, rather, okay? Someone who is maybe talented, skilled, have abilities, okay? Someone who could have been seen as pretty, beautiful, handsome. Someone who has a close relationship or connection with the Most High. I feel like these people were jealous of this person, okay? Whomever is seen as this star. This person was set up. And multiple people that were involved and were paid to set this up. This is sad. And it seems like somebody's father is the one who made the judgment. Somebody's father who has a history of committing crime. So somebody's father could be a con man, con artist, ex-con, okay? Made the judgment or decision to set up their child. Or this just, like I said, this just could be someone who has the, who is some type of father or father figure of some kind here, okay? But this is definitely a setup. People were paid This was recorded. Some type of strange phenomenon was set up on purpose, okay? People were triggered. People were triggered to do what they did, even to get the victim to react in a certain way. 4 or more people were involved in this situation here. Predominantly a Queen of Wands, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Yeah, I told you some type of messages went out. Messages of concern here. Sits here on the 9 of Wands. Somebody could have sent out some type of messages that they felt like they needed to protect themselves. A hostile type of situation was going on. Somebody, they had just been jumped on. Somebody had just, they had just been hurt or something like that. Okay? This whole situation was being recorded. The people who got the messages of concern already knew that this happened because they were in on the setup. The victim didn't know this person was in on the setup. The victim probably was isolated. The victim was probably isolated. Around this group of other people who were all involved in this, okay, and had no idea what was going on. Spirit, please give us further clarification. What else is going on with this situation? What is this strange phenomenon here? Yeah. This 8 of coins, to clarify the 8 of coins with the 6 of cups, we got unexpected income here. So like I said, this speaks to these individuals being paid to set up this event. I feel like, yeah, that's what I was just about to say. They were trying to cause somebody's death, and the coffin card popped over as I was thinking this. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles wanted something to be so bad that somebody ended up dying. They were trying to cause someone's death. In this situation. We have official person here that sits on the Emperor and judgment here. This Emperor made some type of judgment or decision here. Okay. This sits here where killer had a history of committing crimes. With official person here. So this Emperor could have been an official person, or this Emperor, this person, if this is somebody's father, this could have, either your father could have been an official person or just had some type of official position, within the area which y'all live, like within your neighborhood or whatever. But with official person coming out here with the Emperor, I feel like this is somebody in power, in authority, who made some type of judgment, who made some type of decision here. Okay. The funny thing about this is I feel like even law enforcement, I feel like even people in power, in authority, went along with this setup. Okay. I feel like the people involved were paid and triggered to do things at a specific time, in a specific way, on a specific day, to cause somebody else purposeful trauma. And it was all a setup. You know what? And the reason why I feel like this is because I feel like this victim did not die. Like, they were not able to pull off something and to kill the person, but I feel like somebody could have been severely hurt or injured in a situation. And this is the reason why after the fight, after the illegal activity that took place, these people were in mental conflict over the situation. But how I know authority figures, people in power, people in authority was in. Look, the victim. I'm gonna tell you, the victim. The victim was probably on some, either under spell work or under some type of mind control, and was literally blinded by their surroundings. Like, I feel like this victim was surrounded by people that they thought they probably knew, where their guard was down. Okay, because a group of individuals just is not going to attack a person. Okay, like it would have to be a sudden attack. You know what I'm saying? That for it to be a group of strangers, they would have to just like run up on you all of a sudden out the blue, and then a situation happen. Okay, because everybody involved is well knit, and the victim was around this person. I feel like there was a specific occasion or something that was going on, and this victim was set up. Okay, by all persons involved, and they were either under some type of spell work or under some form of mind control, and just blinded by their surroundings and the people that they were close to at the time, and did not realize what was going on. Okay, but I feel like say for instance, you was at a gathering, you was at a get together or something. Okay, say you were around a group of nothing but your friends, or people that you thought were your friends. Okay, but you've been knowing these people for years and years and years. Okay, but at this gathering, at this celebration, like nobody that you like, none of your family was there, or or anything like that, or whatever. It was just you surrounded by these other people which you had known for a while. Okay, but and then something happened, you get jumped on by this group of people that you're around. Okay, and everybody that's there in that group is in on the setup. Okay, but not only that, so you were betrayed in that way, but not only that, your family knew that this setup was going to go on a specific day at a specific time in a specific way, and your own family was involved as well, but they purposely wasn't there on purpose, so they wouldn't have to be in the position to step up and help you or whatever, like a family which should. Okay, that type of situation. But with the emperor, a judgment, an official person here, I feel like even in they're looking directly at this situation that took place in this group of individuals involved. I feel like this victim lived, survived, did not die. Okay, like they wanted. Okay, and there could have been some type of legalities, some type of court case. It was botched on purpose, which means the victim did not get any justice because of authority figures, which means authority figures was in on the setup as well. Which means that everybody else that was involved that you knew, from your people or family to the group of individuals that you were with, they're all sellouts and sold out to the satanic powers that be, and they all were in on it, including the officials in power. And what I mean is, and this is the reason why after this situation took place, they ended up in mental conflict about these legal activities, about how you got hurt, how you got injured, and what happened thereafter. Okay, but how I know you didn't get any justice. So what I mean by this is, say you filed charges against someone for doing something to you. Okay, first of all, say you filed charges. Okay, people, as injured as you was, people didn't treat you with any urgency, like it was of any importance of what happened to you. Okay, or when you went to go seek treatment, it was almost like these people were expecting you. Okay, and took lightly to how injured you were and what happened to you. Okay, so you filed the charges, and when you went to court, okay, every time you went to court about the situation, it kept on being delayed. It kept on being delayed, and every time on a case, when you go to court and there's a continuance in a court case, a delay, it's not, a couple days or a week. Months and months go by, okay? So a case could literally drag out for like years after it happened, okay? Say this happened. Every time you went to court on the matter or whatever, it kept on being extended. It kept on being extended. Continuance is what they call it, okay? And so you appeared every time you had to be there, okay? And so, say this is interesting because this happened to me, guys, okay? So, say the last time you went to court about the situation, the statute of limitations was up on the situation, okay? And your lawyer, your representation made a point of this to you, but the judge didn't recognize this. So they were getting ready to ask for another continuance again, not knowing the statute of limitations was up on this case anyway, which means once the judge had realized that the statute of limitations was up on this case, it would have been thrown out anyway. You understand me? You can't charge somebody for a crime for something that the statute of limitations is up on. This is how I know law enforcement was involved. The courts even was involved with this, with letting this drag out on purpose to prevent this person from getting a charge, okay? Say you were badly injured. You experienced severe trauma, and this person literally got a walk. They were trying to kill you, but you just ended up being severely injured. Your family neglected you and knew it. The people you were with neglected you and knew it. Okay? Your whole situation, your whole life, and everything changed. Okay? This actually happened to me, guys. This actually happened to me. And it's very interesting because with my life, every time that I have been attacked really badly, where I've been injured really badly, it always happened on double-digit numbers. What I mean, so this last time that I was attacked really badly, well, I was attacked before, like it's certain instances, but when I'm attacked really badly where I'm forced to seek medical attention, okay, because I have to get stitches or whatever type of surgery or whatever. It always happened on double digit numbers. So the last time this occurred, it was actually on my daughter's birthday. It happened on 7/7. Okay. There was a time before that. I can literally show you medical documentation. I keep a documentation for everything. I have no reason to lie. There was one instance that a situation happened like 3 days before my birthday. My birthday's March 6th, which is 3/6, okay? So this incident happened on 3/3, okay? And it's quite interesting. Every one of these times, well, there's been other times that I've been severely injured, okay? But when I was like really, really severely injured, okay? It always happened on double digit numbers. I still have the documentations for this, okay? This situation actually happened to me, okay? So this last time that this situation happened, like I said, it was a situation just like that. It was a situation just like that where the case was botched on purpose, okay? The statute of limitations finally was up on it. But y'all know that I'm a target, okay? The government, everybody, they all were in on it. Now, interesting enough, guys, I kid you not. That's last time I went to court about that. This woman walked out the court. She gave me the evil eye so hard, so bad. Like, it was ridiculous. I ended up calling someone after the situation happened when I left the courthouse or whatever. And interestingly enough, I couldn't even get a word out. This person knew exactly what happened in that courtroom and was not the fuck there to support me. A family member was not even there, but had knowledge of exactly what happened in the courtroom without being there. That means that either you are chipped or either they have personal communication with somebody who is in the courthouse, which is illegal to discuss people's private business and cases outside of a professional setting if they're not there. You understand what I'm saying? So I knew, and then right after that, like it wasn't long after that, okay, that at this time I still didn't even know that I was a target. Okay, I had no idea. I was smack dead in the middle of awakening still, but it was still like years later that I even realized what was actually happening, what was going on, and that I was a target. It wasn't until after my dad died, okay, and it literally like I knew for sure it is something. I knew something was going on. I started to suspect something was going on after my dad died, and how his people started treating me, okay? Because no matter how they felt about me, first of all, number one, they ain't never told me to my damn face. Second of all, they didn't get hostile and start acting the way they did until after my dad died, okay? Which means y'all didn't have the nerve, y'all didn't have the guts, y'all wasn't about it when he was living to do that shit to me, even though I know that he's in on this shit, he still kept you bitches in check. You understand what I'm saying? So, but it took, remember I told y'all about, I had four family members who all died on the same side of the family, on my dad's side of the family, all 4 months apart. Okay, starting with my dad. Then it was two aunts and then my cousin. It wasn't until the fourth family member died, my cousin, that I even knew what happened. Okay, and on the side of town they are, you know what I'm saying, they over there, Democrat crippin', okay? So they all about the blue on that side of town, okay? Yeah. Um I tell people all the time, I was born by the Crips, but I was raised by the Bloods, okay? But I've never been gang related in a day before in my life, okay? That's just how it is over there on my dad's side of the family. So, I always say that they like Democrat crippin' over there, okay? Because they both are gangs. Um, but anyway, so every funeral, just about, well, especially with the men. So when my dad died, his whole funeral was like blue and white, okay? And then my two aunts died, so they had, they very particular about the funerals, have a certain color and different things. By the time my cousin died, it had got so bad, they didn't even tell me, okay? And what was interesting about it, how I found out that my cousin died. I actually found out two things at the same damn time. Number one, I found out that my ex was way too close and friendly and knew my people way too damn well, because on the day that it happened, these people did not even call me. Well, this wasn't even the day that it happened, okay? Because this was by the time that it made the news, okay? So when my cousin had passed away, we had just got home and the news was coming on. And my ex ended up saying, "Hey, isn't that your cousin?" So I turn around and I'm looking at the TV, and there my cousin is on the news. And I'm like, "What? Junior dead?" So I end up calling people, and I'm like, "Is Junior dead?" Or whatever. And they're like, "Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, we forgot to call you," the type of shit or whatever. Now, I'm going to tell you how all these dots connect, okay? Because my ex that I had at the time, okay? Now listen, my ex that I was with at the time has a sister. Her sister's husband, okay? My ex's sister's husband, his sister was married to my cousin Junior, who died. Okay? Did that make sense to y'all? Okay? So, this is how the families overlapped and connected. Okay? Nevertheless, they didn't contact me. I found out about this, but they left me out of everything, because by now it's been some years. I know I'm finding out shit going on. Okay, so they didn't contact me. By the time my cousin's funeral rolled around, usually they keep up with everybody. Oh, the colors is gonna be such 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 and such. It had got so hostile, so bad, or whatever. They wasn't communicating with me. I wasn't communicating with them. You know what I'm saying? I was already still feeling some type of way by how they did me when my dad had passed and all this other kind of stuff, okay? And then the deaths kept on happening. I'm like, these motherfuckers is killing people on purpose for insurance money. This is crazy, and nobody's doing anything about it. So I was distant from them anyway, which we ain't never really been close and well knit like that anyway. So anyway, guys, long story short, so when I found out where the funeral was, just so happened it was at the church that was close by where I lived at the time. I knew they all stayed on the north side and had to drive across the river from the north side, and I stayed in southwest at the time. So the church was nothing but like 3, 4, 5 minutes away from where I lived at the time. So what I did is I showed up at the church early ahead of the family car getting there, pay my, sign the book, pay my respects to my cousin, and I left. Now, show as shit stank. When I get there, his damn funeral colors is baby blue and either baby blue and black or baby blue and white or some shit like that. Y'all, I show up to this funeral with red and black on, okay? I'm like, oh my God. Okay, but thankfully I showed up early, paid my respects, but there was already still a lot of people there. The family car just hadn't got there yet, okay? But I know that once they got there, they probably had heard that I had already been there. So right after my cousin died, this is when I really started getting hostile attacks. And I'm like, bullshit, something's going on. This is when I found out for sure, that I was a targeted individual, figuring out what this was, all the strange phenomena going on. And at first I'm like, these old Democrat crippin' ass crooks over here on the north side. I know they not attacking me because I wore the wrong fucking color to the damn funeral. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't never had to be gang related a day before in my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't pick between the two. Just like I don't pick between the goddamn Democrats and the Republicans. I don't pick between the Crips and the Bloods. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know both sides very well. I ain't never had to be a part of the shit, but I have equal amount of respect for either side. I don't have to choose. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing with my sex life growing up. I can get both. I don't have to choose. You understand? Between men and women. That's how it was before. I'm just letting y'all know. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, and the attacks was so hostile. I'm like, I know they are not attacking me like this because I wore the wrong color, and I'm feeling bad, and I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't nothing like I'm being disrespectful. They wasn't communicating with me, and I knew they was acting funny and shit, and a situation had already happened with my ex and her damn people, so I wasn't fooling with them like that, you know what I'm saying? And they connected by marriage to my people and all this other type of crap, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to deal. I'm going to pay my respects to my cousin. You understand? And I'm dipping. And that was it. But I'm just telling you all this, guys, because when, situations come up in these readings and I can identify with something similar to what is happening, what I'm talking about, I try to give you all an example, okay? So this is something that took place in my life, guys, okay? I kid you not. After that fourth family member that passed away on my dad's side, okay, which was my cousin, is when it's like they tuned up the frequencies. You understand what I'm saying? They pumped up the volume because all of a sudden it was like the veil was lifted, the rose-colored glasses came off, and I was able to see clearly everything that was right in my face the entire time that I was never able to see before. And I'm like, this is when I found, this is when you are targeted individual. This is the day that you find out, oh, okay, so all you motherfuckers in on it, huh? Okay, and so you, one by one, you start backing up from everybody. You know what I'm saying? You get in your Ali pose because you like, okay, some shit about to blow. We about to throw some hands, some up in here. You know what I'm saying? When you have to get ready to defend yourself and you realize somebody being hostile with you, you take a step back real quick to position yourself right. And so this is how it is once you realize that you are a target and you really figure out what shit is going on. And if you somebody like myself who's strong-willed and strong-minded and shit like that, I got a strong mind. Okay, no matter what situation, I'm always thinking about the if, the ands, the buts, the maybes, the possibilities, and some more shit. You know what I'm saying? Just in case. You know what I'm saying, even extra shit that might not even quite connect, but you need to think about everything. I'm that type of person. You understand what I'm saying? So it's wild, y'all. It's crazy. So I began to research certain things. Anything going on with you, you know what I'm saying? You can find the answers that you need to find. Okay, just like if you were having certain symptoms, if you was ill in a certain type of way, research what's going on with this and you can figure out what's going on. Okay, if you got the same thing with your vehicle, you having problems with your vehicle, it's acting like this, it's doing this, you don't quite know what it is, research it and then you will find the answer. Oh, it's probably that. You understand what I'm saying? It's the same thing when you were target, because when you first find out that you were target, you get hit with that I can't believe it stage. You know what I'm saying? You be in that I can't believe it stage in a while, because it's, for a while, excuse me, because you're like, you having a hard time believing that this is the fucking world that we live in where this type of shit goes on anyway. You understand what I'm saying? So once you get over that stage, then it's like 1-2 punch hits you and you realize everybody close to you is in on this shit. You know what I'm saying? So then that's when you back up and like, oh, okay. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay. Yeah, cutting you off, not dealing with you. That type of thing. So what I'm saying is, guys, I know that in this situation, whatever happened with this person, whatever happened with this setup of this group of people that was paid to attack a specific person here, even law enforcement is in on it. Okay, I still to this day, I've never received justice a day before in my life for nothing that I've been through. I can tell y'all some tragic stories from childhood to my adulthood of shit that has happened to me. I have never received no justice a day before in my life, not ever, and that was purposely set up like that. It was purposely set up like that. Okay, when you go through life and certain trauma and drama and different thing is set up on purpose, especially when you've been a target your whole life. But see, if you were purposely put under mind control as a child, spell work was done on you all your life. Okay, if you was chipped or implanted at any point in time of your life, okay, you like this human experiment that everybody, like this test dummy that everybody plays this role with your entire fucking life. You know what I'm saying? And you just don't know. And so childhood trauma and different things, it could be the simplest things, from you being teased and bullied in school, for you not having family, you been abused at home, domestic abuse, child abuse, rape, all kinds of things. You'd be surprised. These shit be set up on purpose to traumatize you on purpose, okay? To purposely try to shift something in your mind, to purposely try to create some type of altar within you. This is how they try to control people. This is how they manipulate people through trauma, okay, guys? So whatever this situation is, you didn't get any justice for this situation, okay? You just had to put on your big girl panties, your big boy drawers, okay? And pull yourself together, heal on your own and move forward, okay? And I feel like you after this situation, you know what I'm saying, you because you lived through it, you knew that you had to get away from these people. You knew you could no longer be in dealings with any of these folks, okay? Because this whole thing was set up. But what happened thereafter, guys, and see, look at this, we have concern here. These individuals ended up being in concern after this situation. People were paid, okay, to attack somebody who is in this star energy here. They sat back in concern. So after this fight, after this altercation took place here, they was in mental conflict. They couldn't sleep, they couldn't eat, they couldn't think. They knew they had sabotaged you. They knew they had ruined you. They knew they had set you up. They knew they had betrayed you. They knew that you was no longer, when you figured out what was going on, what was happening, that you was no longer going to have any type of dealings with them or anything or whatever. This is what was keeping them awake at night. This is what was haunting them and taunting them. Yeah, we got the enemy here. Okay? These people were the enemy. They were trying to sacrifice you. They were trying to sacrifice you. They were trying to sacrifice you here. Okay? They were trying to cause some type of misfortune in your life as well. Okay, I feel like financially, these people may have even known something about something as far as your work, okay, or something that you do that they didn't like, and these people set you up on purpose to be hurt, okay? To try to shut you up, okay? Financially, they were trying to steal something from you that they knew was coming, and so this enemy set you up. Look, thief. This enemy set you up in an effort to cause you a misfortune and steal something from you here. This is the reason why this group of individuals was working against you. Okay? This was well before any situation came about pertaining to anything about a job or money or anything. You didn't foresee this coming. For somehow, this group of individuals that was working against you knew this. Even those of them who are official persons, who work in government, who are in power, these pleasure seekers here, who do things for their enjoyment, who do things for their amazement. This is how I know that they were involved in. They sat back and watched you be attacked. They sat back and watched you be hurt, and they did absolutely nothing about it. And they let the criminals walk who were involved. Because these bastards are sellouts, and they the ones who paid them off. Hold on, guys. I'm supposed to get one more card. This ain't nothing but the devil. Look at this. Adjudication. Didn't I tell you some type of legal situation happened? This sits here on the 5 of Swords with the 9 of Swords. And a legal activity played a role. Look how this judge looking. Look how this judge looking. Even the judge know what is going on. You didn't receive any justice on purpose. This case was botched on purpose. To traumatize you all over again. To traumatize you all over again. That's the reason why these people set up in mental conflict. Matter of fact, they wanted you to be in mental conflict. But you healed. You healed from this situation. Far better than they expected you to. They really wanted to kill you. Or they knew that somebody was getting ready to die or going to die soon. And they were trying to steal some type of monies or something from you, so they set you up to be hurt or to be injured in some type of way. Yep. They set you up to be hurt or injured in some type of way. Yeah. See, this situation that happened with you, it was due to some type of reunion, some type of get together, okay, of something that was going on, and everybody there teamed up against you and sat back and watched you be attacked and triggered the person who attacked you to hurt you in some type of way. The people really wanted you dead. And when this situation went to court, the situation was botched. You purposely did not get any justice. You purposely did not get any justice. Yeah, what I tell you, these people were in service for someone. They was working for someone else. They's doing work for someone else here. That's why they set up in concern for a long time about how they did you. You're somebody who's a star. You shine bright like a star. You have a close connection to God. You're a natural healer. They was amazed at how well you healed. And still looked good thereafter. Oh, baby, I done took a many a licks. You hear me? I done took a many a licks. And still look good. And it's quite interesting because for someone like me, I kid you not, guys. For someone like me, I don't bite my tongue about shit. I don't sugarcoat anything, okay? I don't beat around the bush, okay? I'm very outspoken, okay? I'm strong-willed. I'm strong-minded, okay? And I just speak truth. It amazes me, though, every time that I have been hurt in my life, okay? It's because of individuals who are jealous of me and intimidated by me and envious of me, okay? And it's like the onlyest thing that they figure that they could do is try to physically harm me, physically hurt me. But if your balls ain't big enough, bitch, to kill me, what in the hell make you think you gonna shut me up? It's just motivation. I done took a million legs. That by people who didn't want me speaking truth. By people who, in fact, wronged me. And trust and believe. You know, even back in the day, like if I need to snap, crack, and pop about a situation, it takes a lot for me to get there. I'm not some ignorant, belligerent, loud, mean, nasty, for no reason type of individual. You understand what I'm saying? Like it takes a lot to push me over the freaking edge. You know what I'm saying? I deal with a lot and a whole lot build up. You know what I'm saying? If I pop off about something, you've been fucking with me for a long time. Okay? If I have to speak out about something else, it's something that has been going on for a long fucking time. And if I have to speak about it, you know what I'm saying? I don't just pop off irrationally, is what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? But certain things that goes on outside of me, I can't deal with. I have stood up to men, grown ass men, okay, and was ready to knuckle up. And don't mean I felt like I was the biggest, baddest bitch in the fucking world, okay? But when your woman called me, I got to leave my house to come and say, yo, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because you beating her up, you got a problem with me now. I'm not going to shut up. You can tell her to shut up, but you going to tell me to shut up. I don't deal with that type of shit. I'm the type to talk back. Put your hands on me. I can take it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's been situations like that, and I've done that for chicks that I have later found out didn't even like me, didn't even care about me. But when you was in need, when you was getting your ass beat, who you call on? Me. To come save you. So see, that's how it be, guys. Okay, but anyway, that's another story for another day. I don't have time today. Okay, but that's what's going on with this situation. Okay, that's what's going on with this situation, guys. You dealt with something. You dealt with something. Where it was some type of setup that happened, okay? So you could have got jumped. Somebody could have, you know, the argument could have popped off, a fight or something, okay? I felt like they wanted to hurt you so severely that you died or something, but I feel like you could have just been injured here, okay? Yeah, Spirit is saying that they set you up like this. They did this for the money, okay? Because they sellouts anyway, okay? Yeah, these people was all up in your business, but everything about them was top secret and classified, okay? Yeah. Yeah, I told you we got wickedness in high places here. Beast System 666. These bastards are sellouts, and the folks that they linked up with was behind this whole setup here, okay? 9 times out of 10, you probably a targeted individual here. You could be involved in some type of human experimentation or social engineering. You probably was sold out by your own damn parents when you was a child and don't know it. You could have even been chimped or implanted at some point in time in your childhood, okay? A strange phenomenon type of things like this go on all the time. Think back over your life, okay, guys? I tell people this all the time, and it may seem strange, guys, okay? But signs and symbolisms are around you all the time. Even when you have no idea what is going on, nothing seems abnormal or anything. Look back over your life, especially old pictures. There are symbolisms in it. I can show y'all pictures right now and show y'all exactly the symbolisms that was in it, where the signs was cautioning me, warning me years and years well before the shit popped off and happened in my life, okay? To let me know that they were trying to sacrifice me, to let me know that they was gonna try to do something with my child, that money was involved, and all kinds of shit that goes on, okay? Y'all, it depends on when you're born, okay? But my childhood trauma stems all the way back to the Bush era, okay? Yeah. They tried to make me a Bush baby. Okay, and if you really know the Bush, you know what the Bush babies mean. Okay? But I ain't the one. Okay? What's understood don't need to be discussed, so I ain't gonna go there today. Okay? But if you're in the know and you know what I'm talking about, and I'm talking about Bush Senior. Yeah, not Bush Junior. Yeah. See, they think I don't know. But I know. We got cowards here. Yeah, Spirit is saying these individuals are cowards. Even those of them in power who was behind this. Spirit is saying they're in power. Look at here. It's a celebration. When this happened, it was some type of celebration. Okay, some type of gathering, get together, celebration. This could have been a birthday party. This could have been a family reunion. This could have been a wedding, a reception, some type of gathering or get together. Okay, is when this happened. Okay. And these cowards set you up, okay? And they caused you confusions and illusions about the fact thereafter. Okay? So let's see who is involved in this. Spirit, give me so we have S here. Somebody that was involved in this setup, setting you up, or involved in attacking you like this. First or last name could begin with S. Give me first name, Spirit. We have L here. Individuals who was involved in setting this up against you. Name could be, could have L in it. We have D here. Okay, individuals involved in this setup. Name could have began with D. We have C here. Individuals involved in this setup. Name could have began with C. We have B here. Individuals involved in this setup. Name could have began with B. Or your name could begin with any of these letters here. Okay. So we have, if I can pick up the third. We have K here. Somebody involved with this setup. Name could begin with K. We have J. Somebody involved with this setup. Name could begin with J. We have T here. Your name could begin with one of these letters as well, okay? One of these letters is going to be the letter of the victim, okay? And the rest of these letters are individuals who are involved with this setup. Spirit, are in there any other letters? Any other letters of people involved in this situation? I don't know who name could begin with. I see N here. Somebody involved with this setup. His name could begin with N. I'm taking first names only, guys. Okay, so these individuals involved, this would be their first name, the initial of their first name. Somebody, we have E here. Somebody involved with the setups, name could begin with E. R. We have R here. Seems to be like a lot of people were involved. How many we got here? 2, 4, 6, 8. And some of these, I really feel like some of these names of these people, they could have been directly involved. They could have been indirectly involved in this situation. Spirit, are there any others? Are there any other name? I keep seeing A. Somebody could have a name that begins with A. That's flipped over. Somebody could have a name that begins with A. Okay. Or M. You know, anybody whose first name, if this situation happened to you and anybody's first name begins with any of these letters, they could be involved in this situation. Somebody with the letter I could be significant as well. I keep saying I. Okay. A few more messages, Spirit. Yeah, so this was some type of this was family who set you up in this situation. Whatever this situation that was set up against you, um, your family set you up. Yeah. We have here they was trying to blackmail you to sell out. They was trying to blackmail you to sell out. I feel like something that you were not aware of was coming up for you in reference to your career, in reference to some kind of money or opportunity or something. And they tried to set you up. They did set you up. They tried to blackmail you to sell out. Okay? So they caused this tower to happen. So we have here your girlfriend slash boyfriend had sex with one of your family members and your family knew. Okay? Mm-mm. And it's on tape. Because I just seen, yeah. We have sex tape here. Uploaded to the dark web, revenge porn, hidden camera, snuff films, illegal surveillance of some kind here. Okay? But this could be the video of you being attacked or something here. Okay? This was recorded and sent out to people. Okay? But I also feel like with this coming out after your girlfriend slash boyfriend has sex with one of your family members and your family knew, okay? Your family knew about this and did not even tell you. Knew about this all along and did not tell you. Okay? We also have here the Monarch, my Monarch card here. Okay, this speaks to government experimentation, Monarch programming, mind control, satanic ritual abuse. Okay, beta sex kit here, MK Ultra mind control, brainwashing, remote neural monitoring, neurolinguistic programming. This is how the government, the officials in power, were able to remotely view what happened. Okay, I'm telling y'all may not think that this is true. Okay, yeah, look at here. I'm telling y'all could be chipped or implanted. We have here your life is a movie, The Truman Show. Everybody knows about your life and what goes on with you. Your life is a movie. People are remotely viewing you. Okay? If y'all ever seen that movie, The Truman Show, okay? Like you live in that shit for real. I know I am. No bullshit. I know I am. And there's a lot more subliminals in the Truman Show than people are aware of. A lot more. Just like and to catch it, the easiest way for you to catch it if you don't know where the on the Truman Show, I actually a lot of things actually. I actually know where the certain areas are, okay? But the only thing you have to do to catch it is still frame every image in the movie. And to do that without a specific device is to keep stopping and play. Pause and play. Pause and play. Pause and play. On the one area in the Truman Show when he was wigging out in his office. Remember, he had made it to the job, okay, and he got the wigging out in his office, and he was thinking about the woman that he met, and he was like trying to recreate this woman or whatever. He got the flipping through that magazine, okay, and so he flipped to this one woman in this magazine. He stopped there and he tore out the page, okay, and you could see like at first you could see like the eyes or something from this place. Well, if you still frame it, if you stop it in a specific deal, or in a specific area here, it stops on a certain thing. You can see certain wording on it, okay? First of all, well, when it stops on a thing, it stops on something, and you see the first thing you see is T. This person is like in some type of red dress or whatever. The person that he was looking at was transgender. This is a transgendered woman, okay? And then on that next page where he had to rip the thing, you'll see it's a passage that you see that show up the clearest if you pause it in a certain area, and it says what did it say? something about the doctor's best work, or the first doc, or you're the first, or the doctor's first, or something like that. Okay, but this was a transgender female that those were subtle subliminals that was in the Truman Show. Okay, now the overall Truman Show is one big subliminal altogether. Okay, where the God theory thing, okay, and it was a lot of things like his whole life being fake and all this other kind of stuff, and all the people in his life being in on the setup, and people all around the world watching him and all. So the movie was a whole subliminal within subliminals within the movie, okay? Because remember, even when he goes way out in the water, okay, and then it's like this staircase that he goes up, it emulates him like going up to heaven. And then when he get up there and he goes through this door, come to find out, it's these people who was remotely viewing him, like controlling his mind, controlling his life and everything. He thinks he's about to go to heaven and meet God, when he was really being manipulated and controlled the whole time by these people, in the clouds, and things like that or whatever. So it was a lot of subliminals within that movie. Okay, like I don't know. I don't even know if I could do it. It probably would get copyright. But I would just say I would have to like literally play the movie and frame by frame show you different areas and how they put subliminals in here or whatever. But yeah, I noticed that there is a lot of subliminals. First of all, there's subliminals in every movie. Okay, there are a lot of subliminals about transgenders. Well, let me say this. Okay? And it's no coincidence that transgenders are called transgenders, okay? And the word transgender starts with a T, okay? But there is a lot of emphasis in a lot of movies that refer a specific woman with a name with a T name as being transgender, okay? And it's there's subliminals and everything all over the place, and it's hidden in all kinds of things, okay, guys? And so, but this ties into a whole, I know they think people don't see that, which you're not supposed to, because you're under mind control. You've been brainwashed. You're not supposed to see that. You're not supposed to know that. So it's something that has been put in your face, put in people's face for all your life. Okay, as long as you've been alive and able to comprehend and understand, it's actually something that's been put in your life. Okay, and there's a lot of us there's a lot of women that's put before people, and get seen as drop dead gorgeous, and it would really blow your mind and fuck up many of your minds who think you know what you like and know what you want, but you've been getting mind fucked your entire life. And I guarantee you the majority of what you like, what turns you on, and what you have lusted after or over, is in fact transgender. That's just a fact. Okay, but anyway, I will have to do a whole nother video to explain this to you all. Okay, and to the transgender community, it is no shade. Okay, not no shade at all. Okay, so I'm just saying to explain that. Okay, well, but anyway, guys, like I said, another conversation for another day. So for you guys, there was something that specifically happened in your life here, okay? Everybody that was involved, people that was there, people that wasn't there, was aware that this was going on. You were set up by all of these people. This is the reason why nobody helped you. Nobody was there for you. Nobody supported you. Not when this situation happened, not even after this situation happened, because these individuals were working for someone, because these individuals were sellouts, okay? These individuals were paid, okay? And they sat in concern thereafter, because I believe on the day that this happened, somebody had a gun. You were supposed to get killed. I believe somebody had a weapon of some kind. You were supposed to get killed, but you didn't. These people were paid to take you out. And they were going to cover it up. If you had been killed, they were going to cover it up and made it seem like, oh, you had the weapon and somebody took the weapon from you and had to protect themselves, and you just happened to get hurt in the process, and these satanic powers that be was going to cover it up. You were supposed to be killed that day. But your family, as well as a group of friends or associates or whoever these people were, okay, this could have even been like your in-laws. So like if you was married to someone, say you was married to someone, or you had a girlfriend or a boyfriend or something, you may have went with your, because I feel like it's a situation where you were with a group of people that you knew, that you were familiar with, but nobody related to you was there. But the people related to you knew that this was going to happen. They wasn't there on purpose, because it obviously would have blew their cover if they were there and then step up to help you like any family member would. You know what I'm saying? If you're with your family and somebody tried to jump on your family, so you're gonna step in and help your family. Like, you know, what's up? Like, you got to fight the both of us, if you know what I'm saying, type of thing. But I feel like it's a situation like that. Okay, so say you were married. If you're female, say you were married, you got a husband. Okay, you went with your husband and your in-laws or your husband's family for some type of gathering or get together. Even if the gathering or get together was for you or something, or you know, or whatever. Only your husband and your in-laws or your husband's people was there. None of your family was there. That was on purpose. Okay, and even after the situation happened, none of your family came to your rescue, came to help you, was there, supported you in it, because they were all paid and they were all in on a setup to set you up. Okay, they were trying to kill you. Somebody had a weapon. You was actually supposed to die that day. And what I was getting ready to tell y'all guys, but you know, like I said, when in these readings, when something comes up, that I can identify with that happened in my life, I tell you all about it. Was what a lot of y'all don't know is, a lot of you all think because you come and go as you please and you live your life the way you want to and you do what you want, that you must be in control of your own mind, body, and soul and different things. But many of you don't understand that you are not. Many of you guys sell out around you right now. They're in your family, they're on your job, they're in your neighborhood, okay? They're in your church, they're in on your sports teams, they're in your schools, they're in whatever it is that you do and what you're around on a daily basis, and you may not know. Many of you also don't know that you are under a form of mind control. Social engineering and government experimentation has been going on for many years, and you can trace this shit. I feel like it was going on even before then, but it wasn't documented. As early as I have seen these things documented was like the 30s. Okay. And there's a lot of experimenting that has gone on. The military has been experimenting on our soldiers for so long, from getting them diseases to exposing them to nuclear bombing type of things. And like they really do our soldiers wrong, and they have been experimenting on them. Many have died, many have ended up with lifelong injuries or disabilities and all kinds of things. Our own military, okay? If you would do that to our soldiers, what in the hell do you think they're doing to the civilians? You understand what I'm saying? And this is the reason why your air, your food, your water, medications, and all kinds of things are tampered with, okay? Because these things are created to manipulate the mind, okay? If you know the one thing besides entertainment that the government has put money in, if this is the control of the human brain. They have every scientist everywhere in the world who has worked vigorously to figure out the human brain, how to control it, how to manipulate it, how to alter it, and everything. They have spent trillions of dollars, okay, on that operation alone. Operation Mind Control, okay? You can even trace this back to when CIA, FBI was experimenting with LSD, okay, drugging people before they got their the truth serum shit that they were using to force people to tell them the truth and trick people. Do you know how many? And guess who they used? They used the prostitutes. Sent prostitutes and different things in to purposely trap up certain men, drug them, and get information out of them about certain things, okay? The one man who was literally set up by the government. They made it seem like this man jumped to his death, jumped out the window and killed himself. That man was pushed. That man was pushed. They sent this prostitute in, drugged him, and they was trying to get some type of intelligence, some type of information out of him, pertaining to the government or something like that, or whatever. They was listening and watching him the whole time or whatever, and they led this man to his death. This shit has been going on, okay? I don't give a damn what they say. This shit is patented, okay? And then the one thing I will tell you about the United States government, they ain't never had a fucking weapon that was successful for them that they stopped using. They might have told your ass that, but if you believe every damn thing they tell you, then that's your problem. That's your business, okay? That don't make it true. You understand what I'm saying? So the reason why I went as far as to say that, guys, okay, is because all of these people, even individuals who are not sellouts, okay, are under some form of mind control. And the reason why I told you about this is because on the day that this happened, I knew something was administered. I feel like something was administered in the air, like through like chemtrails and different things. That these nanobite dust particles, smart dust bullshit, whatever you want to call it, that they put in the damn air, and these chemtrails out of these damn planes in the air. Okay, that shit trickles down and you breathe that stuff in. It alters your mind, your body, your soul, okay? Your way of thinking, your way of acting, your way of being. This is how you can go to a get-together, you can go to a club, you can go to a party, and all of a sudden a fight break out, people get hurt, people get killed. This is how you can go to a marathon and all of a sudden there's this stampede or this terrorist attack and different things. These things are triggered, these things are done. It alters people's mind. And I say this because on the day that this happened, in the year that on the exact day that it happened, guys, there was another major event that happened that day. It was a mass shooting going on. This is how they also set these things up to detour people's attention elsewhere, okay? They had these things to pop off on the same days, okay? Because to have, for various different reasons, okay? For people to be distracted, for people to be looking the other way, for law enforcement and other people who would have normally, say, been in the area, been around, to be distracted about something else. You know what I'm saying? When something like this go on and somebody is majorly hurt, but you got a massive terrorist attack or a mass shooting that's happened, that's occurred, everybody's going to see that on the news. Everybody's paying attention to that, okay? Which means 9 times out of 10, and see, this is how I know you were supposed to be killed on this day. You were supposed to be killed on this day. And all these people were involved. They were all in on it. No bullshit. They were all in on it, even the government, okay? You had no idea. You may be awake now. You may have gone through some type of awakening and be awake now, okay? And if you are, you probably know full damn well that you are a targeted individual, okay? You understand that now. But I guarantee you were under a form of mind control then, okay? And you were not aware of what was going on. You were supposed to be killed that day. Somebody was recording the whole thing, the whole setup. Somebody was recording the whole fucking setup. And what's interesting about what happened to me on the day, it was like the person that did this to me. Now, everybody was involved. Everybody sat back and watched this happen. And when this certain person, it was one particular person who attacked me, it was like I literally seen in the people's faces, it was like they gave this person certain looks to trigger them to go ahead and do it. But the interesting thing, and they sat back and watched, they didn't break this situation up. They didn't stop this person and say, hey, no, this is wrong, don't do that. And you know what I'm saying? And this person was triggered by not being, you know what I'm saying? If you go up and do something to somebody, they're going to react a certain way to, say, protect themselves, okay? But when you have not done anything and somebody has all of a sudden been triggered to be hostile with you, where they want to be violent, they want to hurt you, and nothing stemmed from that moments before, something is seriously wrong with this person. They're mentally ill, or they were triggered to do this shit, or all of that wrapped in one, okay? Now, I know that they was egging this person on to do this because prior, this person was already juiced up. This person prior to this, and this happened at a park, this person had just got into it. This person is a male, okay? And had just got into it with another woman. The kids was playing on the playground part, sliding down the slides. And you know how kids do, where too many try to slide down the slide at one time and different things. So one of the mothers out on the playground, she told the kids, hey, y'all need to slide one at a time so to keep somebody from getting hurt. This particular person, this particular guy that ended up jumping on me on that day, had just cussed this woman out and was so angry and hostile that this person was about to fight that person. This person then turned around and came under the pavilion where we were, and all of a sudden just wigged out, and I happened to be the one. So it was like this person was being egged on and then directed to where they were supposed to go. It's like they were under some type of mind control and triggered, and then turned around and like, no, you're supposed to be doing it to this type of thing. It was weird. It was weird. And I know this happens. I know this goes on, guys, okay? Because there was another situation that happened to me years and years later when I got away from these people, okay? With somebody else that I had just met, okay? Somebody that was acting like they liked me and wanted to be with me and all this other kind of crap. And it was like literally nothing. Wasn't a fight. Wasn't really a disagreement. Like I had asked this person a question. You understand what I'm saying? And, we spake back and forth about it. It was over with. It was done. You understand? All of a sudden, this person was triggered. Like, stood up over me, pointing in my face, yelling at me. Like, all of a sudden, like, was just like a light switch. I kid you not, guys. And so, when somebody's coming at you, like you're a full grown ass adult, what you're not going to do is let some other adult stand over you, talking shit to you, raising their voice at you, pointing their finger all in your face, all hostile with you. So you're not going to sit here like some sitting duck. So I stand up. And so I'm talking back with this person, but it's still not physical at this point until all of a sudden, this person was just triggered to push me down. So I, you know what I'm saying? You know how something happened all of a sudden? Pushed me down. Got up, pushed me down again. So by this point, by the time I get up and when this person did this, by the time this person did this, they ended up busting my lip. And the person, again, another male. I'm a female, another male. So they are purposely triggering men out here. They'll do this to anybody, okay? Because they could have just as easily been a female. Purposely triggered men out here to attack other women here, okay, guys? Did this, stood back up. This person put their hand around my throat and began to choke me. Okay? Had evil in his eyes, okay? He had already bust my lip. I spit in his fucking face with my blood. You done made me bleed my own blood. I'm supposed to curse your ass. And I prayed to God. If it was ready, if it was my time to go, I was ready to go. We was about to get it. And I fought with every damn thing I had. And it was when I did that, when I cursed his ass and began to fight back, because I'm like, that's exactly what I said. I called out to God. And I said, if it's my time to go, I'm ready to go. Y'all, this man choked me with both hands, y'all. He was being triggered to kill me. Okay? This is somebody I had only known for about 5 months at the time. 6 months at the time. After I had moved. Okay, y'all? Y'all, when this was all said and done, this man all of a sudden snapped out of it. Just raised up off of me, snapped out of it. And then when I got up, after he stopped choking me, this man had this dazed, confused look on his face, y'all. And reached his hand and arm out like to hug me. Like, it was almost like he didn't remember what he just done. Or if he remembered, he was shocked by his own self. And I said, they done triggered this motherfucker to do this. And this is how I know this remote viewing shit, this illegal technology shit that the government is using, this shit is real. It may seem unbelievable to you. It may seem so, far-fetched. I'm telling you, the shit is real. And this person did this shit so genuinely. And I'm like, these motherfuckers done triggered you to do this. And when I said that, he shook his head, yeah. And all he did was run off to the bathroom. I was like, as to be ashamed. Okay? That he had done that. I knew that this person was triggered. I knew that they had done triggered this person to do this. I'm telling y'all this, not for no sympathy, not for no empathy, for no pity party. I'm so over this shit, y'all. I am so over this shit. I'm telling y'all this because there are things that people are still dealing with shit like this. People bullying them, people teasing them, people jumping on them, people harassing them. Okay? Whether it's cyberbullying or it's bullying in person, you always seem to want to be picked on, been teased and taunted all your life. Motherfuckers trying to make it seem like you're nothing, you're nobody, you're not good enough, and all this other kind of shit. That's being done to you on fucking purpose. You are good enough. And you are beautiful, you are handsome, whomever you are. I'm telling you these things, guys, because this is going to help someone. This is going to save someone. I guarantee you, I will bet my life upon it right now. You have people in your life who are sellouts, and you are not aware of it. They gaslighting your ass every day. They are lying to your ass every day. They are triggerable ass beings any fucking day to react on you in any goddamn way. And you may not know it because you are under some form of mind control yourself, guys. I've literally watched with my own eyes this shit happens. And the United States government is behind the shit. The people on the lower level who's close to you, who's around you, they just fucking sellouts. They get a part of these witch covens, these satanic cults, these secret societies, and all these other cliques and clubs and groups and different shit that they got. And they get paid these little bitch ass incentives to partake in this shit. But it's wealthy people in fucking power who is behind this shit. I'm telling you. I got no reason to lie to you. This shit has been going on for years. And I said all that to say, like I said, guys, I knew something else was going on because like I told you, when this happened to me on the other situation, I was smack dead in the middle of the awakening anyway. I was already awakened. I just didn't know that I was a target yet. I still didn't know. It's like when you go through awakening, it's like God give it to you in bits and pieces to keep from overwhelming you all at one time. So bit by bit, like ironically, when I first awakened, the first thing that was brought to my attention is that the government was corrupt. Everybody in leadership and power was corrupt. Okay? That was exposed to me first. After that, it was the celebrities in the entertainment industry. Okay? On every level. Entertainment, music industry, fashion industry, sports industry, entertainment, period, all the way across the world. It was corrupt. So it's like God, when you have this awakening, it's like shit comes to you in spark. And I feel like it went backwards because I wish the Most High would have started with my supposed family first. You know what I'm saying? But it was like all these other things was going on. So me being me, I'm writing, I'm doing all kinds of work. I'm putting this stuff online. I'm putting this out to the public or whatever. And I'm still around people and had no idea that they were fucking sellouts. That they were part of this shit. That, this shit was going on right around me. And then that was when, like, God was like, boom. You know what I'm saying? It's like God wanted to ease me into knowing that everybody everybody you've been in a relationship with have been ops. Your entire family is working against you in sellouts. And you know what I'm saying? I kid y'all not, guys. It was not until I was awakened that I had ever even heard of a secret society. And I got Freemasons and Eastern Stars in my fucking family. I never knew. I never heard of a damn secret society a day before in my life. Not Skull and Bones, Knights and Templars, Freemasons, Eastern Stars. I never heard about no Jesuits, no Skull and Bones, none of them folk. Or what they had going, I was appalled. Y'all, it wasn't until after I was awakened. I only knew of one witch in the family growing up. And she ended up passing away when I was way younger. But my spirit identifies with that spirit anyway. A lot of other people would have been creeped out by going to her house and different things, but I was never scared. I actually understand witches. I actually know witches very well. I know that very well. It's in my bloodline. I just don't work for evil. That's why I laugh at these people that call themselves doing their black magic voodoo and bullshit on me. Bitch, I could do what you do and better without half the shit that you do to pull off what you do. And the powers that be even know this. If I wanted to be a wicked witch, bitch, I would be the best wicked witch you ever done fucking seen. With the power and ability that I have. I just don't work for evil. I choose not to work for evil. I don't do that. But I know it. I understand it. And I identify with people, but you know, on a level with high ranking witches. Not none of these book ass witches. These bitches is just stupid to me. But anyway, guys, I'm telling you. So it wasn't until I was awakened that I even realized that witchcraft, sorcery, black magic, voodoo, all of that shit was as prominent as it is. That shit is everywhere. I had never seen it before. All the signs and the symbolisms and things like that that you see now, I was not seeing before. Like I mean, just like all the signs and the symbols, whether it be from numerology to all kinds of things or whatever. It was just crazy. But this shit has been around us. But I'm telling you, the government did something long time ago to keep us in some type of hypnotized state of mind to brainwash blind people to things that's really going on and happening in the world. And people just end up just going on with life, just living life and not thinking about these things to the point where they don't pay attention to actually what's really happening. It's a lot easier that if something happened tragically in your life to believe, oh, it's just life. Or if something good happened in your life, oh, it's just life. When the whole shit had been staged. When the whole shit had been set up. Even when it comes to you meeting people, you falling in love, you think, oh, this naturally occurred. I started working at such and such, back at such and such time, and I met the love of my life. I happened to go on a vacation, it was out on the beach, and here comes this handsome man blocking the sun, blocking the sun's view from my tan. And that's how I met my wonderful husband. Bitch, that was set up. That was whole stage. There's no coincidence in the world. Okay? It just seems like that. Because you living from one day to the next, you happen to believe that everything is naturally occurring. Everything you using your own free will. You using your own mind. You using, that and the other is set up like that. We in a whole damn simulation. This is the reason why from the moment you wake up and you step out the matrix, you are freaking persecuted. You are viciously attacked by the government, they satanic powers that be, and Lucifer's minions. You are attacked. And you can trace this all the way back to the Garden of Eden, guys, okay? How do you know? How do you know? Well, take a look at Adam and Eve, the story of with Adam and Eve, okay? Adam and Eve sat out there supposedly butt naked out in the wilderness all this time, forbidden from eating from a specific tree with specific fruit, according to the story, okay? Now, it's said that the serpent, Lucifer, if you will, is the one who came and enlightened, tempted Eve, okay? Who then coerced Adam into this. And basically the serpent showed up and said, hey, Eve, did you know you and Adam out here in the wilderness, butt naked, starving to death? Well, hey, You can twist and tie these figs together with these leaves and create y'all some clothes. And look, there's a tree right there that's got food on it. Eve said, "You damn sure right. Wow. Never even knew that." So Eve goes and tells Adam, "Hey, look, did you know we were naked?" You understand what I'm saying? In today's time, if I walk down the street butt naked, you would look at me like I was a strong crow crackhead. You like something's wrong with her. She's mentally ill or she's high on sherm or something. She's high on drugs. She took off all her clothes. She walking down the street. It's not right. You know. But you go to certain parts of Africa and, different foreign lands and different things. It's actually very natural. Okay? Or amongst Indians, Native Americans, and different things. It's actually very natural to walk around at least half naked. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much show pretty much all of their body is naked except for the genitalia. But the butt is out. And a lot of the stuff they wear. The women, their breasts are out. And everything like that. And they walk around like that just fine. But, okay, this stems from, like I said, the Garden of Eden. So Eve went back and said, "Hey, Adam, check this out." Okay? Now, true enough, the serpent did tempt Eve in other ways. And this is how Eve ended up having a baby with Lucifer and with Adam. Okay? But we're just talking about the beginning part. The fact that they were naked and the fact that they was left in the wilderness and they were out there starving. Okay? And they were blinded to the fact. Now, this is what today is called blind faith. You are supposed to have blind faith. You are supposed to believe in that in which you cannot see. And you're just supposed to know that, there is this savior, this God that you cannot see or anything like that is there for you or whatever. And I'm not, knocking anybody's religion by telling you this, but I'm telling you how this what went on. So, they wasn't that far into it or whatever. So what happens is Adam and Eve end up covering themselves with what they had around them, the leaves and different things like that. And they also cured their hunger by eating of the fruits that was on the trees, because the fruits naturally grew on the trees back then. Well, when God finally showed up, God was angry. God said, and Eve felt like she didn't do anything wrong. Oh, hi, God. God was angry when he showed up. God said, "Why did you cover yourself?" Eve said, "Oh, God, because we were naked." God said, "Who told you was naked?" And so Eve told God, you know, that both Adam and Eve were punished for being awakened, for being enlightened, for finding out that they were naked, for finding out that there was food around them when they were starving. Yeah. And see, this is the very reason why that when it comes to women, and see, Eve was always seen as the one who was the most disobedient, because the serpent went to Eve, okay, tempted Eve, and Eve is the one who ran to her husband Adam and told Adam, convinced Adam. Okay, and Adam went along with it. So the woman has always looked like this temptress, this scarlet, tempting men in some type of way, tricking them into doing certain things. This is the reason why today, your women, this is the reason why we go through more pain than men. This is the reason why today, women are abused more than men. This is the reason why today, men have always seemed to think that they are the rulers over women. You see, men have always been seen as the strongest and the toughest and the most powerful. Men had rights and all kinds of shit. Well, before women did. Women had to fight for their damn rights, and it came long before that. Women couldn't even work. Women couldn't even vote. Women didn't even have a voice, a say-so back in the day in relationships and shit. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm telling you all this Not to question anybody religions or spiritual beliefs or faith or anything. What I'm telling you is Adam and Eve were punished for nothing other than finding out the truth. This is the reason why today, from the moment that you are awakened, you are attacked, you are persecuted. This is the reason why the government puts forth so much effort to keep you under mind control, to keep you blind. But they, in fact, invade and violate your human rights by doing so. They don't want you to know the truth. They don't want you to see them for who they are. That's the reason why they, from the moment, and this is the fastest way you can find out who are the sellouts around you. Because when you wake up, the first thing you want to do is speak up and speak out, because you start going to people closest to you trying to figure out if they fucking know what the hell you just found out, and if they knew how the hell come they never told you. But see, what happened is when you do that, your people begin to talk, and people around you begin to talk, and they all end up gathering together and like, oh shit, they done broke from their programming. They done woke up. They see what's actually happening. And then this is when they team up against you and they try to rock-a-bye baby your ass back to sleep. So they start gaslighting you. Then they set you up to be targeted in different shit. You begin to be punished for even being awake, for being able to see the shit that has been the truth in plain sight and right around you the entire time. It wasn't hidden. The fruit wasn't hidden from Adam and Eve the whole time. They were seeing, but they could not see. Their eyes was open wide shut. And they was punished by God because Lucifer came along and told them the truth. That's the story. That's the story. Now one can say, now, with Eve being married and different things, she had no business indulging sexually in different things. It was other ways that she was tempted as well. But there were certain things that she was tempted about that was just common fucking sense. Hey, look, if you're cold out here in the wilderness, you can gather these twigs and these leaves and make you some clothes. Hey, look, if you're out here in the wilderness starving, here's some food that's suitable enough for you to eat. God was mad by this. And cursed. This is when humans were cursed. This is when planet Earth were cursed. Because if you remember the story, when God created Adam and Eve, God said, the word says that God created Adam and Eve, and it was good. God created the heavens and the earth, and it was good. You have to understand that after Adam and Eve were awakened, that's when the curse began on human beings and planet Earth, baby. So this is what we go through today. Y'all better wake up and pay attention and stop listening to them lies that your pimping pastors behind the pulpit tell you, because they asses is even sellouts and secret Satanists and worship Lucifer as they God. And what is Lucifer called? None other than the morning star. Huh? Prince of the air, Prince of the light. Huh? What? I ain't preaching. I'm just trying to tell somebody. Didn't know something that didn't know nothing about it. So, anyway, guys. This is what's going on here. I thank y'all for listening. I thank y'all for watching. If you would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe. And let me tell you this real quick. Isn't it quite funny to you that even when Lucifer was seen as good when Lucifer was in heaven? Lucifer was said to be one of God's most beautiful angels. Lucifer was, besides Lucifer's offspring, Lucifer. Now, you could say that Lucifer was said to be one of God's most beautiful angels. This is in the word, too. This ain't my words. This is in the word, too. Lucifer was said to be, not only was God's right hand angel, Lucifer was said to be one of God's most beautiful angels. Now you can say Lucifer was said to be beautiful because of Lucifer's outer physical appearance, or was Lucifer beautiful because Lucifer was both male and female? Huh? Lucifer was also the only angel who was able to procreate with itself. Lucifer was able to produce its own offspring. Why? Because it was both male and female. So what I'm telling you is, it's just like with Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve, even in the eyes of God, was seen as good until they were awakened, and then human beings that God created was then cursed. The earth was then cursed. Thus, for all the tragedy that came thereafter. You understand what I'm saying? This is the same reason why Lucifer was seen as good until Lucifer was said to have been disobedient to God. And really the only thing that Lucifer did want to be God, okay, and was blasphemous unto God for that reason, okay. But what happened is Lucifer, that God asked Lucifer to bow down to someone that Lucifer felt like it didn't have to bow down to, because Lucifer had power in itself. So Lucifer disobeyed God. Thus is how Lucifer ended up getting cast out of heaven. Now, how many of y'all have been disobedient to your parents or to anybody that's an elder? Could you imagine being cast out because you are not what somebody else wants you to be? All of a sudden you was good until you said something or did something that somebody else didn't like, and then you was cast out. It's kind of like what the Amish do today. You ain't living the way the Amish folk want you to live. You ain't doing what they want you to do. According to their community guidelines, you are what is called excommunicated. You are what is called persecuted. You are what is called cast out. Yeah. Yeah. So see, when this happened, Lucifer was seen as good while Lucifer was heaven. But nobody has ever thought about, why is it that Lucifer wasn't made bad? Well, it wasn't until Lucifer was cast down to earth that Lucifer then was seen as bad and ugly. When Lucifer once was seen as the most beautiful angel, correct? That's what the stories say. I ain't making it up. These ain't my words. That's what the stories say. Now, either somebody lying, or that's what it is. There's a lot of things that was hidden from you. Like Christ's love life. They never told you about Christ's dating. You assume Christ never had sex, don't you? You assume Christ never had children, don't you? You assume Christ was never married, don't you? That's because they never told you. That's your problem. You don't do nothing but listen to what they tell you. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's why people gets confused. That's why people gets confused with about Mary Magdalene sitting side by side, cloth in cloth, with Christ at the Last Supper. That's why people get confused with that. They just X that out, just like they X'd out the whole book of Mary Magdalene. She wrote scripture as well that was left out. It was left out just like the book of Enoch was left out. But see, y'all just used to the BS that y'all were fed, okay? And Mary Magdalene was you was made to believe that Mary Magdalene was a demon possessed whore, and that's all she was. That's what they told you. Nobody told you that Mary Magdalene and it was one of Christ's disciples, did you? Who you think? And the word tells you It's gonna blow your mind right here. Christ loved whore, loved the whore. The word tell you that. Loved the very individuals who are said to have been in sin. These were the ones that Christ saved the most, healed the most. So who you think Christ had a relationship with? Who you think Christ had children with? Was it Christ's mother Mary? Or was it Mary Magdalene that was at his side, at his feet during the crucifixion? See, they covered all that up. They buried all of that. They didn't want you to quite know that. They only want you to know what they told you so that they could brainwash you. You see? You see how this thing go. Okay? But this is what you assume. And then you only assume from what you have been told. What you have been told. So anyway, guys, I said let's just give, food for thought. Give you something to think about. Okay? Give you something to think about. But I said this to say that this is the very reason why we are persecuted unto today. We are persecuted today from the moment that it is realized that we are awakened. Okay? Because you're not supposed to see evil. You're not supposed to hear evil. You're not supposed to speak of evil. And when the powers that be, and when the sellouts around you realize that you are awakened, this is the reason why they scatter like roaches. And they set up plans, preparations, and situations to set you up in various different ways. This is how you end up being a target. This is why you end up being a target. And guess what? Don't you get persecuted just like Christ was? Just like Christ. Just like Christ. This is the reason why people say, dot all your I's, cross all your T's. What do you mean? What do you think that means? What do you think that means? Somebody cross you? That means what? What did they say Christ died on? So when you are crossed, when somebody cross you in some type of way, what do you think is being done? Why would you dot an I? What does the I do? See. And we ain't talking about seeing with the naked eye. Because the naked eye has clearly, scientifically, has been proven to fool you. This is how the truth in plain sight could be in your face, never hidden from you, but you never even see it. Not until you awaken. And this is the reason why even God sits back and allow you to be attacked. Y'all call it spiritual warfare. Ain't nothing spiritual about it. And war ain't never been fair for no damn body. This is the same reason why that Christ, while being crucified, hung on the cross and said, "My God, why hast thou forsaken me?" This is fact. These ain't my words. This is in the story. For why even Christ felt like he was being forsaken because God was allowing him to be persecuted. Why was Christ even being persecuted in the first place? Christ was going around preaching the gospel, saying that he was the Son of God, that he could perform miracles. Christ was a healer. Christ was a helper. Christ was a deliverer. That's what the word says. And what they do? They persecuted him. They prosecuted him. And done all type of things to Christ for doing nothing more than what? Saving lives. This is the reason why today, when you awaken and you trying to help people, uplift people, awaken other people, teach people, guide people, When you doing all of these things, these powers that be, they sit back and then your light piss off they demons, they darkness, they don't like it. So they come for you, they target you. It just happened that here on this earth, you a targeted individual. They can call it what the hell they want to. I never did like any titles. No title mean nothing. Because I know I don't quite fit in these titles. Okay? But they got something to call some everything. Okay? But this what go on. This is what go on. This is how you end up targeted. The people around you know you awaken. Once you awaken, you spoke out about what you was awakened about. You spoke truth in something. Okay? And they began to vigorously work against you ever since. Now, this is the same damn people who said that you're free. The same damn people who said that you have freedom of speech. The same damn people who created rules, regulations, and bylaws who said you have human rights. Who says that terrorism, hate crimes, cruel and unusual punishment, all these things is illegal according to them, but they break their own rules, regulations, and bylaws to invade and violate you in any way that they want to, just to target you for the fuck being awakened. And see, many of you are already deemed targets, because you were sold out by your sold out ass family when you was babies, so you had no clue. But there's a shift that happens. There's something that goes on with mind control. I don't know if it's just a scientific mechanism of mind control that it wears off after 30 years or so, or depending on when you was put under it, but something happens around 30. It starts kind of happening in your late 20s. But by the time you're 30, a lot of people go through a full-blown awakening. And I don't know if it's just for those of us who have been experimented on and put under mind control. It's like we began to break our programming at 30. I guarantee you, as every person who is said to have had an awakening, it happened around 30. Kid you not. Kid you not. It's no coincidence. That's no phenomenon, okay? That's not something that I could set up, that I could make up, or anything like that. It is a fact. It is a fact. Most people who are said to have had some type of awakening, it has happened in their late 20s to early 30s. Anywhere between 25 and 35. Some type of shift, something happens then. In the mind, in the body, in the soul. But you were full blown under attack. And it's like, in the way it comes off, it's like you was being targeted, you was being watched, you was under mind control all along. But it was like from the moment that you awakened and they realized that you was awakened, it's like, it's like going from having something go from covert to overt. Okay? One of those methods is a way of doing something without it being known that it's being done. And another way is doing the same thing, but you are aware that it's being done. Okay? So it's just like, say you were being stalked watched before, but you didn't know it. So you just live your life regular. Okay? Now you still being stalked and you still being watched, but they done turned up, tuned up some type of frequencies, and now you know. You see the people that's stalking you. You see the people that's watching you. You know something weird and strange is going on. This is happening. It's happening everywhere you go. It could be anything. This stuff was always happening. You just wasn't aware of it. That's what's deemed as targeting. This shit been going on, y'all. I'm telling you. There's a lot of different things, ways that this thing could be broke down, okay? The problem is that we have been trained to listen to any and everybody else that has more money than us and higher power than us and more degrees than us. And you assume that they are truthful and honest with you. You assume that they are righteous and upstanding and they wouldn't lie to you or they wouldn't hurt you. But that's absolutely not true. They're the ones who can hurt you the worst, if you're honest with yourself. But anyway, guys, this video has gone on longer than expected. Okay, so I do thank you all for listening and for watching. If you would be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. If you want to contact me, you can do so at tiffanyziegler60@gmail.com or at tiff.diamond.36@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram at shinebrightlikeadiamond36. Or if you would like to donate to the channel, you can do so through Cash App at $tiffdiamond36 or through PayPal, which is paypal.me/@36diamond. As always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies. Remember, this is a wicked, wicked world that we live in. There is wickedness in high places, and there is evil that is lurking around each and every corner, even in a neighborhood near you. So y'all watch your surroundings. Watch the company you keep. Watch surroundings in the company in which your children are in as well. And considering the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you, keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared. Because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and lights. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God. Real quick, guys, before I go, I just want to throw one more thing at you as well. It's a lot of things people don't think about. A lot of people may question, well, why was Christ, most people will tell you, oh, Christ died for our Savior, died for our sins, and that we may be forgiven, and all these other things or whatever. But nobody has quite ever asked, well, why was Lucifer seen as bad, yet didn't die, but Christ was seen as good, but did die? Okay, you have to understand that Christ was also called the Son of Man for a reason, because Christ was human. Okay, Christ was created by God just like you or I. Okay, Lucifer is an angel. Okay, Lucifer is a descendant of God. Okay, you need to understand that the angels, that God, that even Lucifer are not human. If God created humans, what makes you think that God is human? Okay, because for that would have mean that we already exist. We would have already existed. There would have been, basically what I'm saying, there would have been no reason in creating man and woman. Okay, like Adam and Eve, for instance, if human beings already existed. This means that we were created, and this is something within our DNA, within our bloodline, that has been kept secret, okay, by the satanic powers that be. This is something that has been hidden from you all about your DNA that you probably would never be told. Okay, you would have to do research and find out on your own. But there's a strand of your DNA that is not human. It's not human. Okay? Why? Because you wasn't created by human. God is not human, is what I'm telling you. Your archangels, your guardian angels, all of this are not human. Lucifer didn't die. No matter how anybody sees Lucifer, Lucifer didn't die. The fallen ones didn't die and are currently here on this earth, touchdown to cause hell, because they didn't die. Okay, because they're not human. How do you kill something that is immortal? You understand what I'm saying? So that's worth you all thinking about as well. Okay, so when you think about your spirit guides and different things like that or whatever, now your ancestors are something different. Your ancestors are ones who have lived have once lived before like you, or like in the body in which you are in here on this earth. Okay, so if you're here on this earth, you are here as human beings. Okay, or so you have been taught. So your ancestors, when you're talking to your ancestors, okay, like you could have a grandmother, great grandmother, or whichever one of your ancestors you're calling upon who has passed away. Okay, um even though they're in the spiritual form, okay, they once lived as humans. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm telling you is angelic divine beings are not and have never been human. You understand? But what you also need to understand is that some of you are offspring of Lucifer, and some of us are offspring of God. Okay, which many have dwindled that down to even saying it, but even under that, some of us, those of us who are divine angelic beings, we are offsprings of God. Okay, but you do have those of you whom are in a human form right now who are descendants of Christ. Okay, which means that you are human beings. Okay, but you, and just like Christ, how Christ was said to be the Son of Man, which means that Christ would have been human, you would be descendants of Christ. Okay, but if you are descendants of God, this technically means that you have what we call here, it's actually called something different, but you have what is called an extraterrestrial bloodstream within your DNA. This is something that is hidden from you. This is also why the powers that be do so much research on DNA as well. And you can test this also if you want to. If you notice, like, you have to find other ways of finding out what your blood type is. Okay, there is ways to figure out what your blood type is, but if you go to the hospital and they do blood work or whatever, and they always tell you, oh, we got to get run some tests and do this or whatever, and they send the phlebotomist in to draw your blood and different things like that, and you then say, oh, hey doc, by the way, what is my blood type? They will not tell you. This is per government guidelines. They can take any amount of blood that they tell you that they need, but they can't tell you what's in the very DNA that's in your damn body. But the government knows, and it's in a database. This is also how they hunt certain people. Okay, they know certain people who have certain abilities, certain skills, certain powers, certain whatever, certain strengths and all kind of thing, because of your bloodline, where you come from, who you come from. That also will get you targeted and attacked. These are just things to think about, people. Nevertheless, peace, love, and light. Namaste. Also, by the way, guys, I in no way said anything that I said to, denounce anybody's specific religion. Okay, I don't make it my business telling other people what to do. You an adult, you can believe in what you want to believe in, how you want to believe, and live your life according to the way you want to live your life. Okay, I only merely discuss things with you that is, number one, hidden from you, and number two, from history books and stories and different things that we have been told growing up. Okay, so if what you do is you take from history books to the Bible, or any type of book that you want, okay, and you read that, okay, and then when you do research into that, you have to look into other areas in order to explain what you are then seeing in, say, some type of history book or something like a Bible or something, because these are stories that are passed down unto us. The only reason why we know about these things is because we're told these things, but it's the things that's in between the blurred lines, that's either we're lied to about, or either not told about at all, okay, that are actually major factors in every story in which we are told. Just how American history, and world history, okay, and all of those things are grossly manipulated, okay. When we're in school, they don't want me to talk about this, okay, I gotta shut up in a minute. When we're in school, only thing that you know that we are taught in school is what they want you to know, okay. You don't know any of the people who wrote those history books, okay. Only thing you know is that you are mandated to go to school by your government, or you're in trouble if you don't. And this is so they can indoctrinate you, brainwash you into believing what they want you to believe, okay, knowing only that of which they want you to know, okay. But who's to say that what they're telling you is the truth? Many of us who have common sense, who do our research, matter of factly know that a lot of things in which they tell us, both in history and in science, is a lie, because science can actually be proven as science fiction. A lot of things, okay. Science really kind of breaks down. Science can literally be anything you want it to be, no matter what you're looking into. It's about mixing, it's about crunching numbers, mixing chemicals, and combining this with that or whatever, which means technically you can manipulate it into being anything that you want it to be, okay. And the only things that's really matter of fact when in terms of learning is, say, math and language arts, or English, what you know is English, okay, because this is something that is matter of fact, how you learn to read, how you're taught in different things. And numbers is numbers, okay, but numbers is also letters, okay. So, but anyway, and everything in the world can be broken down by numbers. I don't care what it is. It could be a shape, it could be a word, it could be a color, it could be anything. It can all be broken down by numbers. Everything, okay. Every one of you that lives somewhere, whether you live in a house, an apartment, is a certain amount of square feet, okay. It's a certain width, it's a certain height that is broken down by numbers, okay. Everything, your street, your block, is broken down by numbers, okay. Everything is broken down by numbers, okay. Even vehicles, like anything, okay. These are things that they don't want you to think about. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to research. They don't want you to study, because so many things they have manipulated and lied to you about. And really solely, what the majority of what people know is nothing more than what they have told you, okay. But they have grossly lied to you about so many things that if you only go off on the surface of what they have told you, it's the way that you live your entire life, and so you stay blinded to so much. Thus, you fall deeper into this sunken place of mind control, okay? And you literally depend off of nothing but what the powers that be tell you, if you don't have the mind and the wherewithal to look into things, to make sense of things, to do your own research. And this is where you then will find other explanations of different things that was left out, that was hidden from you, that was lied to you about, that was manipulated, that was changed, that was altered, and all these things. You understand what I'm saying? So I just said all that to say that to each is his own. You got the right to believe in whatever you want to believe in. Okay, that's not my business. I don't make it my business to and I'm not that type of person anyway. I don't put anybody down based off of what you believe in. The only thing I feel matter of factly about is if whatever it is that you believe in hurts other people, harms other people, or cause other people's death, that is the problem, not necessarily what you believe in, okay? You can have, you got atheists and you got Satanists, just like you have Christians. You understand what I'm saying? But if you being an atheist, which means you don't believe in God, atheists technically don't believe in anything, okay? But if you being an atheist means that what you believe in, your culture of people hurt other people, take other people's lives, sacrifice other people, that is the problem, not what you believe in. If you are Satanist or Luciferian, you have the right to believe in that if that's what you want to believe in. But if you being a Satanist, if your practice of being Luciferian means that other people have to die, that other people have to be sacrificed, that other people have to be hurt or harmed in some type of way, then that is the problem, not the fact that you are Luciferian or Satanist. You don't understand what I'm saying? And the same thing with Christian. If you are Christian, it's perfectly fine for you to be Christian or religious or even spiritual. Okay? Because there's a lot of spiritual people who get attacked. Oh my God, you doing something wicked. You doing something evil. This is not right. This. And these is brainwashed people who still walking around with slave damn language and shit that swear you doing something wrong, but you don't do anything evil at all. But spiritual people in this day and time gets attacked more than Satanists actually get attacked. And it's a trip. Okay, but that's the hypocritical part of it all, and it's actually Christian people, supposed religious people, who attack spiritual people when in fact the fake Christians are in fact secret Luciferians, and they too coward to admit it to themselves and admit it to other people. But anyway, there's a story for another day. Okay, so like I said, you can even be Christian religion or even spiritual. But if you being Christian, religion, or spiritual, no matter what you believe in, if it hurts somebody else, if it kills somebody else, if it sacrifices somebody else, if it hurt, harm, mistreats somebody else because of what you believe in, what you stand for, what you live by, that is perfectly fine. You can believe in what you want to believe in. Okay? You can believe that a bullfrog is your God if you want to. That's weird. That's strange. But you got that right. But if you believe in bullfrogs as your God means that everybody else has to die, has to be hurt, has to be harmed, has to be killed, has, or sacrificed in some type of way, that is the problem, not what you believe in. Okay? So that's my stance on anything. That's my stance on anything. So I don't judge people just because of what you believe in. Now, it don't get me twisted, okay? Because it does not mean that I can be sociable and get along with anybody, okay? It does not mean that I have to do what you do, that I have to be a part of what you are a part of, that I have to believe what you believe. I have been around people who are atheists. I have been around people who are Satanists. I have been around people who are Christian. I've been around people who are spiritual. And guess what? They all have to live life the same. They all have families. They all have children. They all have to pay bills, have to pay taxes. They all live them life. They happen to believe differently, okay? So I'm not going to judge you just because you have a certain walk of life or you believe a certain way. That don't mean that I have to believe what the hell you believe. It doesn't mean that I have to do what you do. I understand people. I understand situations and people very well. I don't judge you for that. If you are a part of something, though, that kills other people, that steals other people's souls and essence and things, that is the problem in which I have a problem with, not what you believe in. Okay? So I just want that to be known. I want y'all to understand that just like God is love. Okay? And I was created in the image of God. Thus I love all people, all kinds of people. Okay? Just like God would. Okay? But it's a lot of things. God loves people no matter what it is that you decide to believe in, you decide to do. That doesn't mean that God doesn't love you. Okay, but God doesn't agree with everything that you about, that everything that you do, and God is not going to go along with what you decide to go along with and be a part of just because that's what you want to do. But it doesn't mean that God doesn't love you. Okay, so I feel the same way God do. Okay, I'm led by spirit. Okay, I can be around you. I can understand you. I can hold a conversation with you. I can do business with you. Whatever the situation may call for, may be. But don't get it twisted. Don't try me. Okay, don't think that I have to be a part of something because you a part of something. I have to believe the way you believe because that's what you believe. Now I can respect you enough to respect what it is that you believe in, but you need to respect me by understanding that I ain't got to be part of this shit because the Most High said so. Okay? But at the same time, I don't make it my business of telling people how to live your life and doing what you want to do or whatever. I just give y'all something. I put something on y'all mind and make you think for your damn self. Okay? It's not about you liking me or anything like that. This is about you thinking for yourself. Okay, this is giving y'all something to talk about, giving y'all something to think about that you might not have ever thought about. That's my job. That's my mission. That is what I am here for. Okay, and don't get it twisted, because if I when I talk to you about these things, then in certain genres of people, they will say, "Oh my God, she talking like she an atheist. Oh my God, she talking like she is Satanist. Your devil is a lie." No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I most definitely know that there's a higher power. I am walking, living, breathing proof. What I'm telling you is that you have been grossly lied to about a lot of things. Okay? And that higher power, our God, our angelic beings, and different things, they are not human. So yes, I do believe in the Most High God. Okay, and as a matter of fact, most of you are so blinded to what you have been told by other people, you don't even understand that the names that they have given you is not even the correct names in which the Most High, okay, and its descendants is even called anyway. You don't even call them by their names, just like we are not called by our actual names. You go by the ethnicity and the name in which people high up in power, wealthy, call you, because that's what they wanted to call it, and that's what you live by, that's what you go by. That's not actually what you call, though. And I'm just here as a messenger to remind you of that, to put that on your mind. But this is why these folks don't like me. They don't want me to speak, because they don't want nobody to know the truth. Anyway, guys, I just want y'all to know that, okay? So I don't want anybody to feel any type of way about this conversation. I'm not preaching or anything like that. I'm not trying to sway anybody's beliefs in no certain type of way. I'm not attacking anybody because of their beliefs. I'm just putting something on your mind, and I just want you to think for yourself. And if you put your trust in man, they will fail you every time. And the majority of you, you put your faith and your trust in the wealthiest person in the world, in the highest ranking person with a certain position, title, or role in the world. And they do not have our best interests at heart, because it is proven that they have been lying to us since the beginning of time.